So, hello everybody. Good evening. Welcome to Officers Adda 247. I hope that all of you are preparing for your JAIIB May 2025 on full throttle. Preparation is going on full throttle because exam is coming 4th of May. We have the first exam of IE IFS. And today we will be discussing some quality MCQs pertaining to that particular subject only, Indian economy and Indian financial system. In the last particular, you can say, lecture of RAFTAAR series, we have covered unit number 5. Today we will be covering 2 units, that is unit number 6 and unit number 7, because the scope of questions which can be asked from unit number 6 is limited. So we have clubbed both these units so that we can save some time as well, and in the meantime we do not skip any important topic. Okay, so let's start the session. First question is in front of you. My expectation, as always, would be to solve these questions within a stipulated time frame. 10 seconds for 0.5 marker. Then for 1 marker, you should take not more than 30 to 40 seconds. And lastly, for 2 markers, the maximum time which you should take is 60 seconds. Okay. So try to solve the questions as they are appearing on your screen, and do let me know in the live chat what is the correct answer. Hardly 10 seconds you should take for this type of question. Okay, so the question says, dash is the stage of globalization which involves cutting edge new technologies like artificial intelligence that powers forward with the explosion of information technology. Indirectly, the question is asking us, which of the following globalization took place after the IT revolution? Starting from IT revolution till what is happening today, it is the artificial intelligence. So these two types of techs have been used in which of the following globalization era, whether it was globalization 4.0, 3.0, 2.0, or none of the above. Correct answer will be 4.0, because after 2000s, right, after the 21st century began, we saw a jump or a boom in the IT sector. So the correct answer will be your option A. Here, the important thing which you must remember is that globalization 4.0 is also known as fourth industrial revolution, which started in, as I told you, 2000 and till 2019, we can say this revolution was there. After 2019, since COVID happened and more or less the global economic downturn, or you can say slowdown, started, so we cannot pinpoint that globalization 4.0 is happening right now. More or less we are moving towards globalization 5.0. Okay, so this is the additional information which you must gather from this particular chart. From where does the globalization era began? It was from the age of discovery. Since the age of discovery, we can say that global integration of the markets was there. So integration of global economic markets led to globalization, and it started when? Started in 15th century only. Then we move on to globalization 1.0, 1900s, 19th century. Then globalization 2.0 till 1989. After that, till you can say 2000s, early 2000s, globalization 3.0 was there. Right now we are sitting at globalization 4.0. Okay. What about this question? 0.5 marker again. Hardly 10 seconds should be your time to solve this particular question. So the question says the process of reducing trade dependency and integration amongst the particular units throughout the world is known as dash. Particular units, this is the keyword, along with the integration is being reduced and trade dependency has also been reduced. So when we talk about globalization, the definition of globalization is what? It is nothing but the integration or the interconnectedness of global economic markets, right? This is the basic definition or the fundamental definition of globalization. Now when we reverse this process, right, the phenomena which we will get is known as what? Deglobalization. Right? From globalization you are moving towards deglobalization, disintegration of the economic activities at global level. Then what is this protectionism? As soon as the governments enact certain law, rules or regulation to implement the process of deglobalization, we will get what? We will get the protectionist measure or protectionism. Protectionist measures have various types. There are various types of protectionist measures, out of which one is tariff barriers. Okay, so correct answer here is option B. Here you can see, pause the video and see for yourself that deglobalization happens when we reduce the dependency and integration amongst the particular units throughout the world. And as soon as the government enacts certain law that restrict or prohibits the international trade, it is participating in the protectionism. Next question. Which organization popularized the globalization concept in mid 1980s? We are talking about the mid 1980s here. Quickly, what will be the correct answer? So organization is being asked. The correct answer for this will be WTO, OECD, IMF or UNCTAD. Let's see one by one. When we talk about WTO, it came into official, you can say, official formation in the year 1995. This is the establishment year of World Trade Organization. Here we are talking about mid 1980s. So option A is totally wrong. When we move on to IMF, International Monetary Fund, it is basically for the funding, or you can say assistance to the countries who require financial help. So this option is also gone. Option C. We are left with OECD and UNCTAD. Although trade activities are being discussed on this particular platform of United Nations, but OECD is the one which popularized the concept of globalization after there was a dent in this particular concept of globalization thanks to World War II, World War I and other regional disputes. Okay, so correct answer will be option B. Here you can see Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Economic cooperation pertaining to the trade, and trade, the nature of trade should be global trade. Okay, it popularized the term, that is globalization, after Great Depression, World War I, World War II. And when this particular concept of globalization was introduced in our country through the LPG reforms, liberalization, privatization and G for globalization. New economic policy, I hope everybody knows new economic policy 1991, popularly known as the economic reforms. Okay, what about this question? Again, 0.5 marker. See, one thing should be very clear in your mind. When we talk about unit number 6, maximum questions are there of 0.5 marks only. Single line question, you can say. As we move on to unit number 7, again, maximum questions will be of 0.5 marker, but some questions have the potential to be asked in this category of 1 marker or 2 marker as well. So this is the unit 7. The question is from unit number 7, economic reforms. Quickly tell me what will be the correct answer. So the RBI's dash cover a range of regulations including asset classification and provisioning against the NPAs. Non-performing assets. We are talking about the NPAs here. So which of the following norms, which of the following initiatives, which of the following schemes can be related to this particular question? Range of regulations, your asset classification. As soon as RBI is involved, Reserve Bank of India is involved, and the particular keyword which is mentioned in the question, or you are reading something related to the AC, that is asset classification, only one concept should be in your mind, that is prudential norms. Because prudential norms recommended by Narasimham Committee 2 have been implemented by the RBI majorly for 2 reasons only. One, for the rules and regulations, to set up certain rules and regulations pertaining to the credit system, credit delivery in our country. And secondly, for the asset classification under those loans, those credit which we have provided to the customers. Okay, so directly you can say option D will be the right answer. Here, this question pertaining to the Narasimham Committee 2. Yes. What about this one? Narasimham Committee 2, a very important committee, one committee whose every recommendation you must know, you must remember. This is the committee, Narasimham Committee 2, review of banking sector, or you can say financial sector in our country. That was the official name of this particular committee. Which of the following market reforms were an outcome of Narasimham Committee 2 for Indian banking structure? Whether it was deregularization of branch licensing, because see, earlier what used to happen, whenever a private bank wants to open a new branch, it has to take a license separately for opening a separate branch. Fine, a new branch, new license will be granted to that private bank by RBI. So whether Narasimham Committee 2 told or recommended that this particular practice should be nullified. So yes, deregulation of branch licensing was there. Then prudential norms and disclosure requirements. Again, it was recommended by the Narasimham Committee 2 only, along with capital adequacy norms. Fine. So capital adequacy norms are again important, as are the prudential norms. So all of the above will be the correct answer, option D. Here you can see that prudential norms, the RBI's prudential norms cover a range of regulations and asset classification, capital adequacy. Particularly, RBI just wants that this level of NPA should not rise in our country. It must be under control. Next, capital adequacy. What is this capital adequacy? It is nothing but a buffer. Buffer against what? It acts as a buffer to absorb the losses during the time of financial stress. Okay. So additional capital which must be present with all the banks, or you can say Indian banking system as a whole, is known as your capital adequacy. And the norms, the rules, the regulations which govern that what kind of capital, how much capital each bank or the entire Indian banking system must have to cover up for the financial losses is known as capital adequacy norms. What kind of ratio is involved here while calculating the minimum capital which a bank must have with it for this financial stress? It is known as capital to risk weighted asset ratio, CRAR. Fine. So a very important ratio, I would say, wherein you will find some additional information whenever you see it for your particular bank, in whichever bank you are working. If on regular basis this particular ratio is being updated on the website, I hope that you know that for your employee ID, a particular website is there which you can access for your respective bank, wherein all the important informations are given. So do keep an eye on this particular ratio. Okay, so the major focus during these reforms, Narasimhan Committee 2, were NPAs, capital adequacy, and diversification of operation, or you can say para banking. Now, this question is very important because it directly asks you the chairman of a very important committee, that is Committee on Weak Banks. See, there are in total 6 important committees, although there are what 21 committees which are meant to be learned, but for our exam we will focus on 6 committees only, and that will do the job. So the Committee on Weak Banks 1998 was formed under the chairmanship of Dash. Whether it was R.H. Khan, S.N. Verma, A.K. Khandelwal, or none of the above. The correct answer is option B, that is S.N. Verma. And see, what are the important committees apart from S.N. Verma committee? Let's see one by one. The most important committee after the Narasimhan Committee 2 will be this one, hands down, Chakravarti Committee on Monetary Policy. The recommendations came out in the public domain on you can say in the year 1985. Then we have Narasimhan Committee 1 on Financial Sector Reforms, 91. Another important committee for the review of bank supervision was headed by Mr. Padmanabhan, and this particular committee was also responsible for the department of RBI, that is Department of Banking Supervision. So you can see that it is a very, very important committee. The you can say its contribution towards the Indian banking system is huge. Then Narasimhan Committee 2 on the review of banking sector reform, 1997. Verma Committee on Weak Banks, 98. Last one is R.H. Khan Committee on Harmonization of Role of FIs and Banks, 1998. Okay, so these are the important ones which you must remember. You cannot skip these 6 committees. Rest, the committees which are left, I think 14 committees are there, you have a choice. Okay, you can skip them, but these are non-skippable committees. You must remember their chairmen as well as the name of these committees. Okay, now again 0.5 marker pertaining to Narasimhan Committee 2, because see, this is the most important out of all. Which among the following is not a correct match of the Camel's initiative implemented as per the recommendations of Narasimhan Committee 2? So Camel's initiative, you must remember what is the full form of C, A, M, E and L. Quickly tell me. You have to tell me the incorrect one out of the 4 which are there. Okay, Camel's initiative. Yes, S is also there, na? S. So So here S and E are not mentioned. S is for your sensitivity, right? Sensitivity. Then you have E, that is earnings. E is for the earnings. Okay. C is for capital adequacy. Yes, correct. A is for asset quality. Again, correct. M is for management, not money. So this is wrong. L is for liquidity. Again, correct. Okay. So all the, you can say, full forms you must know about the Camel's initiative. Option C will be the right answer because incorrect has been asked. Okay. What about this question? Which among the following were not one of the reforms taken up by the government of India after 1991? So you have to select the incorrect out of the 4 options available. Whether it is strengthening supervisory system, banking sector reforms, financial sector reforms, or none of the above. So all these 3 were there. They were the part of the 1991 reforms by government of India. So correct answer will be what? It will be option number D. Okay, option D will be the right answer. None of the above, because here not one of the reforms. Okay, so now let's move on to the important concept which we must learn so that we can understand that why economic reforms. We have completed the MCQs. Now one important concept which I want to share with all of you, it is why the need of the reforms. Because of a simple fact that India was reeling under the economic crisis at that time of 1980s, early 90s. So higher fiscal deficit was there. Next, balance of payment crisis was happening, and also higher inflation was also prevalent. So these 3, you can say, these 3 were the major reasons why we were forced to go towards economic reforms, or you can say the new economic policy of 1991 was introduced because of these 3 major reasons. When we talk about the fiscal deficit, it occurs when more expenditure is there as compared to the revenue of a government. And in the 90s, it was 8.4%. Right now, it is hovering around 5.6%, but the target is 4.9%. Then balance of payment crisis, when does it occurs? It occurs when the imports are more as compared to the exports. And India is what? Right now, we are the import-led economy. And what is our aim? To become export-led economy. Fine. We want to export more. So in 90s, the particular deficit which occurred due to this particular situation of balance of payment crisis was 3.69. Target is 4.9%. Last one, inflation. This is the one which government of India has taken very, very seriously, and in actual terms, our government has eliminated this particular crisis from the country. Fine. Relatively, when we talk about you can say this balance of payment crisis or the fiscal deficit crisis, were we able to eliminate those crises during that time? Yes. But afterwards, are they still prevalent? Yes, they are prevalent. But inflation is one of the reason which has been terminated, eliminated by the government of India, along with the help of RBI, because inflation is the main aim, or you can say main focus area of which organization? Your central bank, that is RBI. And earlier it was due to the lax monetary policy. After RBI introduced the prudential norms, After RBI introduced the tools for the monetary policy, and after RBI set a target of 4 plus minus 2%, that within this range should be your inflation, that is CPI. After all these initiatives and many more, we are in a position that we can say from the 1990s, where 11.3 percentage was the inflation rate. Right now we stand around 5 to 6% only. So that's an achievement which is commendable. Okay, so this was it from my side. If you have any doubt, you can just ask me in the comment section, or if you're watching live, I would highly recommend to leave your comment in the live chat. Okay, so one information for all of you, since the festivities are in the air, fine, Holi is there. Tomorrow we'll be celebrating Holi. The entire India will be celebrating the festival. So we at Office Hazara 247 are very eager to share good news with all of you. We have come up with an initiative of providing maximum discounts pertaining to 80% plus additional 1% on all the courses, be it JAIIB, CAB, bank promotion exam, or IIBF certification courses. So 80% is the flat discount on all these courses. Additional 1% discount, which I have just mentioned, it will be given to you when you enroll in the courses via the Adda 247 app. Adda 247 application, which is available on Google Play Store and iOS App Store, and on the both operating softwares, you can say. Once you enroll using the Adda 247 app, you will have certain coins with you, which will ultimately lead to 1% additional discount. So in effect, you will have 81% discount on all the courses. So do grab this opportunity, which we are naming as Holi Mela, India's biggest Holi Mela. Along with that, along with the discounts, you will also have the opportunity to grab 2x validity on the courses. 2x validity, you are paying for 6 months, but we are providing from our side additional 6 months if you enroll within this time frame. So limited time offer, I would say. Enroll as soon as possible, because once the sale is over, you will be able to access these courses on regular prices only. And what is the coupon code which you must use for the additional benefit? It is Y1003. Okay, so do grab this opportunity and make the most out of it. One more information, we have a dedicated Telegram channel for all of you, wherein you can access the exclusive PDFs, quizzes, and live sessions. Along with that, weekly doubt solving and expert guidance is also provided on our Telegram channel. Now, why I'm recommending you to join this channel? Because here freely we are providing you many resources, starting from quality questions till some notes, some quick concepts, and mentorship is also available on weekly basis. You will come to know that how mentors will be involved in your preparation journey on this particular channel once you join the channel. How you will be able to join the channel? This Telegram group you can join either by scanning this. Fine, you can scan here and directly you will be redirected to JAIIB Adda 247 Telegram channel. Otherwise, the second option you have is just click on the link which is provided in the description of this video, and you will be redirected to the Telegram channel. Okay, now one additional information which everyone asks us, that what about what about the PDF of this session which we are conducting right now? So for all the RAFTAAR series sessions, you have to go to the description of this particular video. Whatever video you are watching, you should just go to the description and access the particular PDF there. Let me just tell you how you can access. This is the video which we are watching right now. Okay. Go to the description of this video. Here, everything is listed. Starting from the AI Doubt Guru, Increment Mahapack, and here JAIIB Virtual Library, which is free for all. Just click on the link. Google Docs will open up. It will pop up in the separate tab. Here you will be asked your email, full name, mobile number, and finally a consent. As soon as you click on submit after filling all the relevant data, you will be redirected to one particular doc file wherein you can access all the RAFTAAR series documents, be it AFM, IE IFS, RBWM, PPB, everything, right? So this is the address, I would say, from where you can download the PDF of the respective sessions. Okay, so this was it from my side. If still you have any doubt, you can just ask me in the chat section, or if you're watching the recorded format, do let me know in the comment section that what is the feedback of this session and what all doubts you have in your mind. Okay, so on that note, let's meet in the next class. Till then, goodbye, take care, and happy Holi all of you.